This is DJay Conway here. This is a rant, and the only rant I'm ever gonna do about sex. I don't like talking about it. It's not a huge thing. My family's gonna see this, so it's kind of important that I choose my words wisely and such. But this is just to help girls with boyfriends or girls that are going out there looking for a guy that's good in bed. They'll actually know who's paying attention. So the question is, are you good in bed? And it's a trick question because you can't answer that yourself. It's like the only question you actually have to care what other people think. You got to go to your exes if they're comfortable. If they hate you, they're going to tell you how bad you were in bed, but at least you'll have the constructive criticism to know what you did wrong. Maybe some of them will come back looking for you. You never know. Guys and girls are guilty of self-proclaiming that they're good in bed. You can't tell when you're good in bed. Like, you have to get it from other people. You have to get their opinions. It's like when someone calls you an asshole. Like Louis C.K. says, you can't just decide that no, I'm not. It's not up to you. If someone thinks you're being an asshole, you probably are. So, anyways, girls, I've talked about this in my last rant if you missed it. I won't go deep into it, but basically I said, like, you guys need to stop talking about your sex lives in front of girls that you not sure if you trust. Because if your boyfriend's good in bed or whatever you're telling them entices their minds, they start getting visuals. Like I said, the second your boyfriend walks in the apartment, they're going to be staring at him like uncomfortably with those, screw me eyes. So if you want to avoid that, just talk to your mom or your sister or someone you really, really trust about those things. The thing about guys is our ego goes through the roof when a woman tells us we're good in bed. Like, it goes through the roof. But if you're a man whore, you're never ever gonna really please a woman to the full extent that you could. Women need to typically be comfortable with the person. If it's a one night stand, they didn't have that, that conversation, getting to know each other. It was just, hey, are you horny? Yes, let's go to my place, or whatever the case may be. But you can't tell yourself that you're good in bed because every girl that you've ever slept with has a different opinion of how you were in bed, depending on how much attention you paid to what she likes and what she doesn't like. If you didn't ask any questions, you could have, maybe you never made her come. Maybe it was I've heard of marriages going on for 40 years where the wives hadn't, been pleased yet, haven't orgasmed yet, and the guys are clueless. Like, I thought I was doing a good job. It's like, not if you're only paying attention for a minute and a half. Ask the girl what she likes. It's that simple. If they're comfortable with you, they will tell you exactly what they do like and what they don't like. Read her facial expressions, her body language, communicate with her, get to know her. Ladies, you don't need to keep going searching through guys to find who's the best in bed at the start. Just find a guy that you really like and connect with and teach him how to do you the right way. That's all you got to do. Like, if you're serious about relationships, you have technically all the time in the world to teach him how to please you. So take the time. And guys, for the love of God, I know we hate hearing this, but size does matter, okay? If you're too small and can't reach the G spot, you're gonna have to start dating smaller girls, like girls with, I guess, less depth. I guess you could say you're gonna have to look for girls that are like, 5'1", 90 pounds, 100 pounds, and then you'll be doing something for them. But like girls with like curves and big butts where they have to like spread their butt in order for you to get in there, yeah, not a good sign, and it doesn't make you feel good. Guys with dicks that are too big. Um, Typically, obviously, when a guy pulls a huge dick out, it looks good at the start. The girl's enticed. Yeah, it's impressive, whatever. But if the guy doesn't know how to use it, like you have to understand that if he's any more than 8.5, 9 inches, most of his blood in his body is going down there to keep it up. So you can't talk during sex. You can't ask him what he likes because if he has to think too hard, it's gonna go down. So like you have to focus. It sucks. Plus it sucks for guys because they can only sometimes put like half their dick in. How can that be enjoyable? And for the love of fuck, please pay attention to when you're causing your girl pain when you have a big dick. Like if you're just slamming it into her, you're friggin' beating the shit out of her cervix and like I don't know what a bruised cervix feels like because I'm a man, but apparently, according to the internet, it's the equivalent of us getting a sledgehammer to the balls. So yeah, no thank you. Um, Speed is important, knowing when to speed up and slow down. A huge pointer that I've noticed is to slow down right after a girl orgasms because she's really sensitive in that moment. So slow down, pick up the pace gradually as you start noticing that she's feeling it again and not like ticklish. Um, the ouch face versus the face. If their mouth is open like this, that's probably an ow. If they're like, I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference. Like, you just got to be paying attention. Guys, be looking at your girl's face a lot. Make eye contact. Even if her eyes are closed, you need to pay attention to whether you're causing her pain or not. Because most of the time, they won't tell you. Listen to the woman's breathing, the noise level, play it by ear. Like, it's once you figure out how to make your girl orgasm, it gets easier and easier as it goes, and the relationship gets better. You make her multiple orgasms sometimes. Sometimes it goes on for hours and hours. Like, it's great if you have the right person that you trust. Try lots of positions to keep it fresh. Premature ejaculators. Sometimes you can't control it, but there is times where guys, the reason they premature ejaculate is because they're only focused on getting themselves off. If you put it in your head before you even pull your pants down, then I'm going to make this girl orgasm 1, 2 to 3 times before I do. Sometimes it really works and it pays off huge, especially if you're a man whore and just sleeping around. You actually impress a lot of girls. A lot of girls text back. There you go. Tell your lady what you like. Don't be afraid to tell her what you like. Most of the time, if they love you, they'll do whatever it is to a point. Like, it won't be ridiculous, but be as spontaneous as you can. Doesn't always have to be in a bed. It could be in a bathroom. It could be randomly while she's doing dishes, whatever. Like, surprise her. It turns them on. Like, the reason so many girls leave their guys for, like, it's not always about sex, but sometimes it is. We're not fulfilling their needs the way they want us to. And they're not going to tell us. They want to know that we care enough to ask ourselves. That's the difference. Anyways, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not saying, like, I'm any better than anyone in bed. All I'm saying is from what I've learned in my almost 28 years of experience is what you've just been listening to for almost the last 9.5 minutes. So take it or leave it. I hope it helped. I hope I didn't offend anybody by the things I said. I really didn't mean to. This is DJay Conway signing out on Rant number 2.